and we are live. We are live on YouTube. We are the Love Gurus podcast. If you are listening to us, you are in the right place. Yeah. We are going to take ridiculous dating questions from the psychopaths on Reddit. Suzanne, how's your week going?
Oh, it's just been great. You know, today's the first day that I had to wear my winter coat, and I did not find $20 in it, which, I mean, you know, that's what happens to poor people. You know, it's like, rich people are like, oh, I put on my winter coat, and I found $20 in it. It's like, yeah, because you've been $1 million in the bank.
It really is the poor version of the Dow breaking 500, whatever that means. I don't even know what I just said right now.
Yeah, I found, like, an expired CVS receipt. That was, like, the best thing that happened to me, so,
yes.
Yeah.
But I am excited about today's episode. We have two hilarious stand-up comics. First up, he is a returning guest and a hilarious man, Mr. James Pontillo. Welcome to the show.
By the way, Jake's dog, huge dick.
Huge dick for a Chihuahua.
And he is a huge dick, too.
He is a huge dick. Yeah. He's both literally huge dick, metaphorically huge dick. You know?
It has nothing to do with this podcast, but I had to say it.
Right. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know?
It's not even a joke either. Like, it's just fucking huge.
Dude, he is only a Chihuahua, but he is hung like a Great Dane. Great Dane is his Tinder profile.
Yeah, and his dick doesn't work. That is one fuck.
It's rough, dude.
World.
Yeah, Never asked a cursed monkey paw for a 12-inch dick. You know? Like an empty tube sock hanging in front of you, making you walk around wondering what could have been.
Yeah. If Samson had thumbs, my, the dick pics he would send. Woo.
Yeah.
All the ladies on the subway would be like, is that no, that's a Chihuahua's penis!
Yeah. That's a Chihuahua's penis is my favorite Taylor Swift song, by the way. But let's introduce our second guest, man. He is also another hilarious stand-up comic. First time to the show, Mr. Aiden Kelly. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm so glad to be here. It's such a nice apartment. I'm jealous.
Likewise, man. But we are going to take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit. If you guys have any questions to write into the show, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, catch us live on YouTube every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, unless I'm having tech problems, which
you don't fucking tune in. You're dead to me.
Yeah. You're dead to him. You're not dead to me, but goddamn it, you are on life support. You're on like dialysis machines and all of that.
I know murderers if you want them to be really dead to you.
Samson's gonna slap you with his big dick.
Yeah. You ever been slapped to death with a Chihuahua's cock? It's the most humiliating way to die.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Furs left over you as your dead. It's a big furry dick.
Yeah, it's what they used to do in the Spanish Inquisition if they're really, really fucked up. Give him to Samson the Chihuahua's dick. Dick slap him to death. Here we see the awful price of treason.
There's so much hair in my mouth.
It's more of a dick club as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dick slap.
Yeah,
he's mean too.
He's packing an organic shillelagh this fucking crushing people to death. Yeah, but we are going to take our first one from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question.
Oh, wait, we're getting the first question.
Oh, yeah.
Let's read the wine, man. We are drinking an amazing Pinot Grigio. It is called Panadoso. I believe I read that right. Yeah. Oh, Paradoso. Panadoso sounds like a really shitty, like, Van Halen cover or something. You know what I mean?
They contribute a lot to this podcast.
They do.
Yeah.
Van Halen is big fans of this. But, Panadoso, according to the Surgeon General... Oh, I was reading the Surgeon General warning like it was a fucking library.
You should be hired by vineyards, my friend.
Dude, yeah. I don't know what vineyards are, but once I do, I'm going to be working for them doing live reads for wine. But, no, this is a good one. This is like a really fruity one.
You shouldn't drink this while pregnant.
I mean, I'm a pro-choice kind of guy. Drink it if you're pregnant if you want. You know what I mean? Actually, we have a lot of pregnant drunks who listen to this podcast.
Your baby will just come out a little cunt.
Yeah. It's, you know, if it wasn't for drinking while pregnant, a lot of people wouldn't listen to our show. I'll be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean...
if it wasn't for drinking, most of us wouldn't be born, right?
Exactly, yeah. Well,
that's true.
We only kind of just figured out that drinking while you were pregnant was bad for you like 40 years ago, and humans have been around for 2000, so...
Well, it's not bad for you, it's bad for the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Until like 84, Budweiser was telling women that it would give their babies a bigger dick. And I was born in 83. It's not true. It just makes you look a little bit like Steve Buscemi, and no difference to the dick size whatsoever. In fact, if anything, there was a negative correlation between the numbers of drinks my mom had and the size of my dick.
Samson's mom never drank. Look at the size of his dick.
She was a goddamn Mormon dog. She was a Mormon puppy.
A teetotaler Chihuahua mom. What's that word?
Totalitarian, no? Totalitarian.
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 That's
Wait,
what
what's that?
sounds
What's
like
a teetotaler?
Teetotaler, that is it.
That's, teetotaler.
A totalitarian is like a bad politician, guys.
Yeah. Totalitarians are real jerks. I'll never vote for one again.
Big dicks, though.
Massive dicks. At least you better say so in public. Yeah.
But awesome. I think we should take our first question.
Yes, first question on the Love Gurus podcast.
First question. My husband cheated with our grandkids' nanny.
That's great.
My husband.
It is a goddamn lie.
My husband's 61 and I'm 56, and we've been married for 29 years. Our daughter is 27 and a single mom of a 3- and 5-year-old. She works for my husband's company and has long days, so we decided it would be the right thing to do to get her a nanny. She did the hiring and went through a bunch of candidates before finding a 23-year-old female. Since the job involves travel a lot, the nanny was live-in, and we would go over and visit a lot, and I never suspected a thing. As a bit of a background, my husband has cheated before. He cheated after our 26-year-old son was born, saying that he had postpartum depression.
Breaking the glass ceiling. I love that. He's breaking the glass ceiling on that one.
Did he come back happy? Is that in it? Did he come back like,
now that I've cheated with someone half my age, I'm finally able to come to terms with all the changes that happened to your body. So we're good now.
In our late 30s, he also had an overseas project and eventually confessed that he'd been sleeping with a sales rep and another employee. At that time, I filed for divorce.
Seems like a pattern.
Was she selling a healthier relationship?
I filed for divorce at that time, but our family pressured us to stay together since I was a stay-at-home mom and couldn't find another job.
What a bad family. You cannot do any better.
Yeah, this is rough. You got to give up now.
Since then, I had fallen back in love with him, but recently my husband started looking nervous around me and finally broke down and told me that he had been sleeping with the 23-year-old nanny. And she had a pregnancy scare.
Oh, shit.
He said that she wanted to leave her job and give notice, but she has nowhere to go, and he feels obligated to get her a job and otherwise set her up. He apologized and begged for my help to make sure that our daughter and son don't know about this, and he said that the nanny doesn't deserve to suffer either. What do I do?
But baby, what is the nanny gonna do for work?
I also love the husband not giving the wife a job, but getting the nanny a job.
Yeah.
This guy rocks. This guy.
That is priorities.
When she says we thought it'd be a good idea to hire a 23-year-old woman, I picture the narrator in my head, like, now we know it was not a good idea.
I'm picturing
like Morgan Freeman, like...
Yeah. Where's Mrs. Doubtfire when you need her? You know what I'm saying?
It was at that day that Andy Dufresne wished that he had gotten instead of fucking his kid's nanny. His wife will never forgive him. Kid's nanny is one thing. Most governors have done that. But kid's nanny, he knew he would die. He was his period, and he would be dead.
So the question is...
What a way to go.
So the question is, what do I do? I'm of course heartbroken and had been preparing to spend the rest of my life with him, but is this the last straw? Should I divorce him?
Yeah, he cheated on you twice.
This is the three.
I love how old school this chick is. You know what I mean? Like we made a vow before God. I like it. No nanny, no grandkids nanny, nobody. Not Janice Rossi from Goodfellas. No one's gonna get in our way.
Yeah. So to give you a quick recap again, the husband is 61 and she's 56. This is, as far as she knows, at least the third time that he's had a cheating incident. Like we're talking 3 affairs, like not single episodes, like 3 full-blown affairs. And each time she's forgiven him. Now it's with the 23-year-old nanny, which to the nanny, what are you doing with your life? Okay, like you're
how does that go wrong?
Grandpa. Like,
but also, what it does is if you are a guy who gets caught cheating, you can always be like, well, at least I'm not like that guy. He did it 3 times.
Yeah, he's the new LeVar. We do not have to hit it all.
His friends must fucking love him right now.
Yeah,
they're probably the ones that encourage him to do it.
Cheating's like baseball, 3 strikes.
He's that person that posts on Facebook like, oh, guys, I did something so terrible. Everyone's like, what'd you do? He's like, fucked a 23-year-old. Yeah. He ain't sorry.
I think that lady's solution's fucking obvious, though. Fuck Samson.
Yeah.
Yes. Find yourself a chihuahua with a massive dick.
You think granddaughter's nanny is weird?
Like,
let
go
me
all
tell
the
you.
way.
Yeah, this is an easy one, I think.
Yeah, but also
Riding on the devil's red rocket.
so there's two concerns here. One is that she's concerned that the daughter will find out that the husband had an affair with the nanny. But also, too, she's wondering what should she do with her relationship. I think the daughter's going to find out. I think
Who's
the daughter's...
watching the kids when she's fucking the dad?
Unclear.
That's a bad nanny.
These
That's
kids
a
are
I
ready.
guess that's why he liked her.
Yeah. It's, so it's, she's like... So the question is, how does she make it so her daughter doesn't find out? And should she stay together? She's 56. I think that she needs to, pull a how Stella got her groove back, move and just leave. And then she herself should go fuck some 23-year-olds and just get over this, because at this point, it sounds like they have money.
Agnes got her groove back.
Yeah.
But it should be a male nanny.
It should be a male
exactly.
nanny. Many male nannies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, they really go all out.
It's a sad story, for sure.
Because, but also,
Fuck
again...
Mr. Doubtfire Jr.
But yeah, it's like, at this point, it kind of sounds, again, like, if they have the means to hire nannies, do all stuff, like, they probably have some money. And so I think that she should just, again, take as much as she can and get out of that relationship. And, she, this is, again, like, the third affair that's happened. I am 100% positive.
Only one affair is too many.
Yeah, but dude, like 2 affairs before this one, having sex with your granddaughter's nanny, that's almost like I don't know, man. That's the difference between like murder and then eating the guy too. You know what I mean? This one affair counts as like 6 or 7.
Eating the guy is too far, man.
Right. Yeah. The murder was bad, but now we have to wheel you around in one of those Hannibal Lecter fucking cages with the thing over your mouth. It's too much.
What does Samson's big cock think?
Samson's big cock. What do you think? You've done weirder shit.
Fuck the
than this.
nanny! I want to fuck the nanny!
I heard you do. You're a big dog cock.
I'm behind on YouTube comments. Joel on YouTube says, I found Suzanne's winter jacket first. The 20 came in handy. Story. He also says, I may be mistaken, but it sounds like room audio instead of mics again. Amy says, I agree. Check the mic. Question, can you guys hear me tap on it?
Yeah, I heard
Like, can you hear that? Like, we can hear that on ours, but I just want to make sure it's going there. Because it says that I'm getting mic audio from here, which is our USB codec. That's right. That should be right. Yeah, not the built-in mic. So I don't. Hopefully.
Guys, just remember where we were up to.
Hopefully, yeah.
Cheated 3 times.
Yeah.
I did cheat 3 times.
So I mean, so here's a question: have you ever been in a relationship where you were cheated on and then you continued the relationship?
No.
No, I've never even been cheated on.
Well, I to my knowledge, haven't been cheated on. I'm not saying it hasn't happened.
Yeah, to my knowledge, actually.
But I don't think I would be able. Well, I don't know. I guess
depends how good looking the person was. I think that 23-year-old. Younger. It kind of makes.
It's it's almost sort of like, is there? Can you hold your head up high after you decide to stay with the person? She's got to go to college.
Well, you got to hold your head up high. You got to keep an eye on them.
You've got to be on a lookout. Looking.
That's got to be, because relationships are so exhausting. I'm sure. In general. Then you have that to worry about. Are they cheating?
That'll be the worst.
Also in this relationship, she sort of thought, okay, this is it for the rest of our lives. I don't really have to worry about this shit anymore.
That's exactly how marriages go.
Yeah. I don't get that. Particularly, you don't have to he did it once. He'll never do it again.
Yeah,
he did it 3 times. He definitely won't do it again. Really.
It's like when a player hits a home run, you're like, they couldn't hit another.
Yeah.
Because as you guys have pointed out, I think it's also different. Like if you are, go out and sort of have an affair with a stranger, that to me is almost better than you're fucking in your inner circle. You are fucking, and also it is kind of like sexual assault in the sense that like he pays this woman's salary and then he had sex with her. Like I feel like she's probably gonna sue him at some point. And that's what I think the nanny should do.
Well then fair play to the nanny. It was a whole nanny scam.
I mean, because we also have the Jude Law incident where he slept with the nanny. Ethan Hawke also married the nanny.
Does this guy look like Jude Law?
Maybe he's totally
Maybe it
hot.
is Jude Law.
Wow.
Shut up! He's not that old yet.
We're
He's
like,
not
wow, we didn't know
61
he
yet.
was Jude Law. No, he's fine. You didn't mention that part.
He was so
There's
cute in
stuff
that
funny
movie
guy.
with Melissa McCarthy. Just go ahead, Jude Law. You do whatever you want. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, again, she needs to grow a backbone. It's, she just needs to take, she doesn't need to be a stay-at-home mom anymore. Her kids are grown. Is she going to be able to walk into the donut shop in the morning and look, Penelope in the eye and be like, hi, good morning. It's like, or is Penelope going to give her the
Now it's at least doing. All right, so now it's at
mute.
least okay. Now they're at least hearing laptop shit again.
No,
But
it's mute.
No, I know. But it's there's a little bit of a delay. I just undid what I did, so that should be. How about now? Can you guys hear us now? Check. Are we doing stuff? Oh man, what a fucking pain in the dick. Yeah.
You missed all the good bits.
I
Yeah.
bet Samson's cursing us.
Missing all the good bits, man.
You have to refresh.
Got to refresh? What do you mean?
People have to refresh. I refreshed my computer and
Okay. Well, it's like you're wedding all over again. Yes. Joanne on YouTube. Yeah, 100%. Same thing happened at our wedding. We had a stupid wireless mic, and like we got married in the middle of the country because we're fucking morons. And they were like, "What microphone's going out on wireless mics? I didn't know that was a thing." It's like, have you ever done a comedy show ever with a wireless mic? Yes, it happens all the time. And they didn't have a. Yes, here. Do you hear the tapping? Please tell me you hear tapping. Oh man.
I heard it at that
Wait,
house.
what's her name?
Yeah, we can hear it, but then your computer, and then you can hear it. Let's see here. All right, well, at least they can hear us. So you guys keep talking. I'm gonna adjust some shit here.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So again, back to the question. So,
How about now?
Oh.
How about tapping? Can you guys hear the tapping? Can you hear the tapping?
Tap it.
Tap, taparoo. Tap, taparoo.
I think Samson's penis has its own Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Just picking up
No
government
tapping.
signals.
Shit. All right, well, what if we do this right here? No, that's probably nothing.
I hear some tapping.
Tapping. Can you hear the tapping?
it's like the best.
All right, just go on. Yeah, that's a good point. We probably should just go on.
Amy say that? Hey, shut
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. It's
What's the problem?
the problem is I think we're using this audio instead of. Oh, you can hear the tapping. Oh, great.
Hey, make up your mind, man.
All right, well, perfect. It should. Okay, and now my mic's going out.
Okay.
So she should dump him.
Yeah.
That's my.
Oh,
my God,
Derek on
that's
YouTube
good,
says, "Tell James to look cute" from the Grove 34 family.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yes, so now we can hear the tapping. You know what? I think the problem is I pile headphones on here while we're not using it, and I switch certain things off. But
Oh.
Your dog's penis just hit me in the leg.
you know what it is? I think my
How was
dog's
that?
penis fucking jumps up here in the middle of the night. Fucking with my. It just dun 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 dun, and he just dick snaps all my buttons.
Yeah, or maybe Samson's penis does have his own podcast, and he just has different settings.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Coffee with Samson's penis. The favorite morning show of all people who love dogs' penises.
Excuse me, sir, 10 feet away. Would you like me to stir your coffee with my penis? Thank you. I'm a chihuahua.
What do you think Samson's penis sounds like?
Wait, well, this poor woman is waiting for our advice.
Okay.
And we've gotten distracted by dog cocks and.
Okay. So my final advice for this woman is: look, this has happened before. You need to get as much money from this man as you can. Embezzle some if you can. Get as much money and then
We can't legally say that.
Find, allegedly embezzle.
You should allegedly rob the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, you allegedly do anything.
Yeah, and then just get the fuck out of there. Okay, what about you guys? What's your final advice?
Oh my god, get the fuck out of there, get the alimony, and then just find a 23-year-old and hang outside his house, at the husband's house, and be like, this guy.
3 affairs is like almost if you want them to find out. Like,
yeah.
That's just like.
It's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want them to find out at that point.
I've only had 2 affairs on my wife because I'm a good man. And they were all age appropriate. And I don't
you guys
want her
only
to
got
find
married at the end of July, so really, you know.
Wait. I feel like, why is it age appropriate? A 61-year-old going out with a 23-year-old? Is like that not ageism if we say it's not age appropriate? I don't want to get the podcast cancelled.
That's a good point, man. I mean, I think more 63-year-old men should be fucking 24-year-old men because I'm progressive, you know?
For me, I think it's okay to say it's not age appropriate. For instances like you watch these movies where it's like Clint Eastwood and he's cast alongside Kristen Stewart and it's a love interest. You know what I mean? Like there's so many movies where like it's like, oh my gosh, he's like so old and stoic, and then it's like next to a 21-year-old.
Oh, it ain't even.
And then as a female, it's like, oh, you're saying that we are just garbage after 30? Okay, message read loud and clear.
It ain't even as bad as it used to be. You remember when we were kids in the 90s, and that came out with that pretentious, boring movie about old people fucking called Bridges Over Madison County? Remember? It had Clint Eastwood, and who else was in it? Meryl Streep. Yeah. And it was supposed to be this beautiful story, and it was brave, and what was so brave about it? It was an old dude fucking what? An age-appropriate woman on camera! Oh my God! No one's had the balls to do this in Hollywood! And it blew everyone's mind. She's like, wait a minute, 64. No. This has to be like, that's like her grandmother or somebody.
It's like Hollywood wants us to believe that, like someone who is super old is dating Megan Fox, and that's totally okay because she's young, and so once you get over 35, you better just walk off a bridge because. So to your point, I don't think it is cancelable to say that the relationship between a boss and an employee of.
But is he technically the boss? Wasn't the daughter the boss?
Well, he's paying the bills essentially. She knows where that coin purse is.
Yeah, but
you know
also,
what I'm saying? She's had it in her mouth.
And also, she's a nanny. It's not like what is he gonna like offer her like an increase in the company? It's just like, you want to be watching those kids.
He goes to his friends and he's like, hey, so I need to get this nanny a new job. I can't say much more, but she's cool to have around the house. What about you guys? What's your final advice?
Yeah, get out, leave. Why did you say the first time?
Yeah, I mean, all right. I think you're gonna have to stay with him, and here's why. You've been with him for too many years. There's probably not a whole lot else you have going on. Hence the whole he's only cheated on me 3 times, and one was the nanny of not my kid, but my kid's kid. What should I do? Like you would already be gone if you had any other options, right? You need to stay in it for the health insurance, right? So what you do is you get them to take out more health insurance. You know what I mean? And then you get a hold of this young TikToker that he hooked up with, and you're like, listen, what I'm going to start doing is start putting more cholesterol in his food. You take him on fun stuff that only young people do. You know what I mean? Take him water skiing. Take him hand gliding. You know what I mean? Just
And he's at first he's gonna be like, I don't hang glide anymore. I'm a and you're like, and she's like, oh my god, I do weirder shit in bed if I hang glide it. It gets me super hot. And then you just boom, take him on all kinds of stuff like that. You hire other people to sneak up on him and scare him while she's on the dates with him and stuff. You know what I mean? Just
get an aggressive life insurance policy
Yes.
on the day before.
Yes.
100%.
This was my second response.
Yeah.
It would be funny if the next problem was just I've cheated on my wife 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't love her at all, but she's very clingy.
And look, I'm not saying you murder your husband. I'm not saying you murder your husband.
No.
It's what it
you're
is.
not
He's
saying
going to die from old age.
Well, he's
Nature is
61.
going to murder your husband. We're just helping nature. We're thinking green.
Yeah.
We're thinking green. We're gonna Greta Thunberg him to death. How dare you?
Yeah.
And then we just fucking boom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Heart attack.
Who doesn't like a little Coke in their coffee? You know what I'm saying? Just keep upping
Yeah.
the dose till the heart
Yeah.
explodes.
A little
And
bit
just
of
replace the sugar with Coke. So like if he's ever just
Yeah.
like pouring sugar on the cereal, like, oh, it's Coke.
just
Yeah.
or like
If
newer.
you swallow Coke, it has the same effect if you snort it.
Yeah, you can eat
Probably.
Coke. I mean, it's gonna take longer to kick in, and it's not gonna be as strong. Just like any powder. You know what I mean?
They'll just have more energy to fuck other women.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, disregard putting the Coke on the cereal.
He's gonna be all like, my granddaughter needs 2 or 3 nannies, you know? He's just gonna be at it. Yeah.
It's like a harem of nannies.
Maybe he just has a nanny fetish.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe he just has
I like how
super
everyone said, oh, maybe
much
as if
younger
that was
than
a-
him.
Okay, hear this out. Maybe the wife just has to get onto his Pornhub account and put it towards only older ladies, and therefore his fetish will be for older ladies then. No? We're not feeling that?
I think it would.
That's not a realistic idea.
I think it would almost like do the opposite. He would be like, "Oh, but wait, real life is so much better."
Joel on YouTube says, Eastwood is in his 90s. Please, God, don't let him do a sequel to Madison County. Oh, there's a Jake on YouTube. One who's not me. Jake says, Jake thought this out. That's Jake on YouTube saying, I thought this out. Thank you, I did. Hubris on YouTube says, Jake sure knows how to insurance scam his partner. Absolutely. Let's see. Now the people in the chat are talking to each other.
no.
Joanne on YouTube says, forget Coke, straight to Ajax. Yeah, there you go. I mean,
that's
but I mean, that's just like
cheaper,
poison.
too.
Yeah, that's
Like,
straight up murder.
I'm saying, look, if we do this,
That's how she did it.
yeah, 100%. I'm not saying never Ajax. What I'm saying is we try to let nature do it, and we just help them along with like cholesterol and roller coasters. Right?
Death with dignity.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's what we call it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you let the Ajax and the sugar right next to each other, so we might accidentally like, oh, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just make it seem like he's going senile or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I always told him not to put Ajax on the fucking cornflakes. And then the one day, I'm staying at my
explicitly
sister's.
said that
you know.
out loud.
Yeah. I said it into many, many tape recorders and just happened to be rolling around the house. I don't know why he wouldn't listen. I mean, I even recorded it for him because, you know, he's having senior moments.
I think he was depressed about cheating on me. So.
He was so sad about cheating on me that he drank poison.
Okay, so this dog won't bite anymore, right?
No, she's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
This one's
I
still
can,
with
like
though.
pet her. I can pet
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Sylvia.
But perfect. I think we answered that question, Jake. Unless you
Yeah,
had
it was not a hard question.
There's no moral ground there.
Yeah.
No, kill him with kindness and Coke. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast, people. If you have any... Joel on YouTube says, Ajax is blue. Tell him it's crushed up Viagra. Boom! There you go.
Very smart.
Uh-huh.
Very
There you go.
smart.
Hubris on YouTube says, Ajax on the Cornflakes is a great 90s album title. Absolutely.
I love that.
Ajax on the Cornflakes. Yeah.
If only Chris Cornell was alive, he'd do that.
That's what took him down. All right, next question on Love Gurus Podcast. If you guys got any questions to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or check us out live every single Thursday on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Next question from the animals on Reddit.
Next question. My wife thinks that our house is haunted and wants to sell it and move.
Dude,
I'm 33. My wife is 30.
the lady in this question is way dumber than the last lady already. That last lady was pretty goddamn dumb.
I I'm 33 and my wife is 30. About a month ago, me and my wife were out on a date where we'd had a few bottles of wine. On our way home, we passed by a fortune teller, and since we were drunk, we went inside thinking it would be fun. I don't believe in fortune tellers, but when we got inside, the lady asked the usual leading questions. She then suddenly freezes and said that I have a dark spirit attached to me. I thought it was funny, but my wife actually took it seriously. Over the next few days, my wife started talking about how we lose things in our house, only to find them days later in spots that we already
Budweiser has nothing to do with this. It's clearly an evil spirit that we must sell our house for.
Also, you're saying a psychic would take advantage of a vulnerable
I don't buy it.
Never.
There's a solution to ghosts in your house, though. Like, simple one.
Yeah.
Just grow up.
Yeah. And the ghosts are like, ah.
My wife kept giving silly examples like that, and at first I thought that she was kidding around, but she kept bringing these things up, and I was starting to get worried. Now, last night we were watching a movie, and a picture frame fell off the wall and made us jump. It scared me, but I laughed once I realized it was nothing. My wife freaked out and started saying that the house is haunted and that the fortune teller is right. She then got...
Drunks ain't good with carpentry. I'm really leaning toward Occam's razor. Most simple answer, you know?
Also, maybe, like, why would the ghosts, like Joe, I'll freak my hair. I'll throw the picture off the wall.
Maybe the ghost...
That'll get him.
Maybe the ghost didn't like the movie.
Fuck this movie.
I hate Schindler's List.
Isn't there a sequel to Bridges of Madison County we can watch?
Imagine the movie was Bridges of Madison.
Paranormal Activities is unreal and it's exploitive toward ghosts. How dare you? Hubers on YouTube says, I don't usually believe in fortune tellers is the best beginning to a story.
Yes.
Usually.
So to continue on, my wife was then getting mad at me for saying that there were reasonable explanations for all of her evidence, which made her more angry. This morning she started saying that she wants to sell our house and move. I really like our house and I don't want to move, especially for a stupid reason. However, then she told our children, who are 5 and 8, that there's a ghost in the house, and now the kids are freaked out.
Oh, fuck me, that's a power move.
That's
a power move. That sounds like ridiculous advice that we would give off the podcast if the same lady wrote in like, my house is haunted. How can I get my husband to move? He doesn't listen to my ideas.
But then the plot twist is that the woman is the ghost.
Oh my god, yes, it's like the others. Yeah.
Oh, you ruined it for me. I was gonna say
My
that.
wife's been dead the whole time. I see dead people.
Yeah.
And I fucked them too, which is odd.
So that's basically, so to give
Kesha fucked a dead lady.
Oh,
Did she?
yeah,
Or a
she-
dead
no,
guy,
she
right?
had
She
sex
fucked
with
the
the
Kesha
ghost.
fucked the dead guy.
Yeah, she
yeah.
had sex with the ghost, yeah.
Who, Kesha?
And I'll slap anyone who says it's untrue.
In fact, I'll bet it happened in this very house. Now you're right. That same ghost fucked Kesha.
Yeah, so to give a quick recap, again, this
Was
is
it good
a
for
couple-
Kesha? I've never heard this. Did Kesha enjoy it?
It's before that ghost.
She kind of, I think it was just casual. It's not like he stayed over. You know, he left right after.
Classic
It was
ghost.
like a
Did he ghost her?
Ah!
Yeah.
Sorry, something happens.
He did. But before that, her voice was not nasally at all. That happens when you fuck a ghost, man. I don't know why that
Did he
is.
die young?
Ah!
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, so to give a quick recap, so they go to a fortune teller. The fortune teller says he has a dark spirit attached to him. The wife is now believing that there is stuff in the house, and she wants to sell the house and move. And then, as Jake said, you know, she did this power move by telling the kids that there is a ghost. But again, I genuinely think that she believes this. She's not doing this to get a new house. Like, she is genuinely believing that there is a ghost. I think they should go back to the fortune teller and say, explain it, give more details, and then as they ask the fortune teller more information, she'll see that the fortune teller is just full of shit, and then realize that it's all a fake
No,
thing.
I have the easiest solution, the easiest thing you should do. If I was a husband, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe
I
can't
would
believe yeah, cheat on. I can't believe
Yeah,
ridiculous.
definitely.
I would basically be like, oh my god, you were right. Let's get all our money that's in our joint account and hire an exorcist, and then he'll dress up as the exorcist, get rid of the ghost, and he has all the money for himself. Fuck his child's college tuition.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
I'm the exorcist. Did your husband have it his mustache? Did he have it his crazy head? I'm the exorcist. But here's the thing. Luckily, your wife is what? Really fucking dumb, and she's gonna believe it. We got this.
And then he got all the money.
It's so funny that every ghost is such a dick that they'll make people wonder if they exist. It's just like, I'm gonna make things move a little, but nothing crazy.
This is why, dude, most fucking movies about hauntings are total fucking horseshit because they'll sit there and for the first hour and 15 minutes of the movie, here's what the ghost that has apparently all the power of the devil. In the other room, it'll take like an empty glass water in the other room.
Or a drink.
And then the people will be like, hey, what was that sound? Was there someone moving a bottle in the other room? I'm not in the other room. Are you in the other room? And they're like, no. I wonder what that was. And then in the last 15 minutes, they're flying all around the apartment. It's like, bro, you should have left with that, you fucking dumb ghost.
But here's the other thing. Even if you say, okay, so personally, I genuinely do believe in ghosts and spirits, but I think that it's not something that you need to, live your life around. But here's the thing. The fortune teller told the husband the dark spirit is attached to him. So if they move, it doesn't matter. The dark spirit is going to follow them to the 1.1 million house that she wants to upgrade to. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of lazy ass
She's
dark
like,
spirit
is that? Hey, get your own legs, you fucking dick.
But the house will be big.
So the house doesn't matter in this situation. If again, and these are things he needs to point out. The fortune teller being full of shit. If she believes that, it's like, well, does that mean that I need to get divorced because I get this spirit? I think that, so then actually, as I'm saying this, he should then go back to, he's going to sit his wife down and be like, listen, I believe you. I'm going to go back to the fortune teller, have her remove this dark spirit from me, and then he goes and gets a spray tan or something in between, so then comes home glowing, right? And it's like, the dark spirit's gone.
It would be funny if they did get divorced, then years later he comes back, he's like, oh yeah, it's gone, I got rid of it.
Or what if he's just like, listen, the dark spirit is talking, he said it will go away if you take the kids to school today.
If I get a blowjob at least twice
these two women they're the exact extremes, because one woman is like, oh, he cheated me 3 times, I don't know, and then this woman's like, oh, he might have a spirit, I should just divorce him. Those are both the opposite ends of insanity.
Joel on YouTube says, tell the wife that he'll take care of the problem, then inform her that the nanny down the stairs is a good luck charm. Huber says, Joel, you just made lemonade.
Yes,
the 100%.
The section of the podcast we call the callback.
Yeah, dude, if it turns out that last lady from the first question, if that husband, if she came home saying a fortune teller said we got to sell our house, I am totally on board with that guy sleeping with the nanny. I will applaud that man. I'll be like, that's great. If I think a judge in a court would be like, I'm banging the gavel, he should be fucking the nanny right now. You're out of your mind. Yeah. I'm rewarding him all the money and the house that's haunted, and you don't want it anyway. So I just get out of my courtroom with this shit.
Okay, but here is a serious question. Have you ever seen a ghost or
No, they're invisible.
No,
and they're also not real.
Yeah, I'm 33. I don't believe in that.
So again,
I never saw any kid from Hogwarts flying around a fucking broomstick either.
So my boyfriend, he says, so the house that he grew up in, which his parents still live in, he used to tell stories about as a kid. He would see a woman, essentially a ghost, walk down the hallway and start screaming, and his mom would run in the room and be like, what's wrong? And he'd be like, I saw the old lady again. And there was an old lady that died in that house before his parents bought it. Yeah. The ghost never did anything to him, but it just freaked him out as a kid. Yeah. So even though he is so sensible, he is just very rock solid when it comes to this stuff, he's just like, yeah, ghosts exist, and I saw them, and they're kind of not a big deal. He's not a drama queen about it by any means.
Well, he got to chill ghosts. The ones in the movies, they're always like, oh, I'm the ghost of a serial killer. Even if it's like, oh, I'm a small girl who was murdered in this house, but now I want to murder anyone who buys it. It's like, well, you're a little shit, aren't you, Tiffany? I'm in favor of that fucking guy that murdered you with a hammer at this point. Here's what that little girl goes been thinking about. She kills me. How did she get in the house? How did she get in the house? She got murdered in the house. You know what's going to happen to her? When I get fucking murdered by her in that house, now I'm going to be a ghost in that house, and I outweigh her by 150 pounds. I'm going to grab her by the hair and be like, come here. This is going on for eternity. I'm just going to kick the shit out of her.
Also, she's a child, so she doesn't know what she's doing.
Dude, ghost law. I can do whatever the fuck I want. She's going to spend the rest of eternity getting smacked around. The next people that buy the house are going to be like, dude, I saw these two floating things. It was like a dude who was kind of chubby and looked like Steve Buscemi just smacking the ever-living shit out of a girl from the 1800s.
But I
It
don't
was
know
wild.
if weight. I don't know. Does weight matter with ghosts? Does
Oh yeah,
ectoplasm?
massively
It also-
matters.
Yeah,
There's like weight
Yeah.
classes. It's
Yeah.
like a huge box.
The heavyweight champ. Oh!
I mean,
Yeah,
it
pretty
is
much.
a big deal with ghost weight.
Yeah.
It also sucks like that you die and you come back as a ghost and you're still old. Like
Oh,
that just
yes.
sucks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
I
that's
was
brutal,
trying to
man.
say- Yeah.
She's just old again.
You gotta come back in your 20s, you know?
Yeah.
That's a way to haunt some shit.
Also, how insecure would you be if the ghost of Christmas past visited you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna bring you back to your past. Oh God, no.
Yeah, I think that if the ghost of Christmas past, brought me back to my past, I don't think I would learn anything. I would just come back
Yeah.
like super depressed and be like, I'm just gonna off myself. Like, no need for the ghost of Christmas present or future. Here's my future now.
Yeah, I'd just be like, I know, Ghost. I've aged like shit because I eat a lot of carbs and I drink like a fish. I know, I had abs back then. What do you want? I don't have
gone
them.
without talking about Samson's cock.
Maybe
I can tell he's getting mad. He keeps like rubbing it. Can't talk about my dick.
He's
That's
probably
not big. It's huge.
He's probably like a ghost that lives in my dick.
Yeah.
Dark spirit.
Samson's Red Rocket is the ghost of Christmas future. It pops out and it just fucking woo, and it just sneaks up on motherfuckers. You know?
So what do you guys think that he should tell the kids though? So the kids
Your
are now
mom is
freaked out.
retarded.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Another dumb mom.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. All right, so he can't tell the kids anything because the mom's already like brainwashed them, and they're young and dumb enough that they're what, like 5 and 7. She said 5 and
5
7.
and 8.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the mother has the brain of like a 6-year-old, which is kind of in
Oh,
between.
that's
So-
being nice.
Yeah. I mean, she's pushing around Fisher Price trucks and all that. Not even Hot Wheels yet.
Yeah,
She's really. So basically, I think what he should do. I think the fake priest thing is close. I think even she might see through that. Here's the thing about these shady psychics. There's no loyalty among them, and they'll definitely take money. What you need to do is find another psychic. You do a little recon. You go in there and you'd be like, hey, my stupid twat wife just talked to another one of you scammers. Sorry, clairvoyance. And here's the thing. I'm going to give you a bunch of money. Yeah. I'm going to pay you more money. We're going to come in here for a $10 reading. And you just go, ooh, it turns out that last lady was the ghost of Cruella de Vil, who's real as well. And you just fucking say that you get the other psychic to say that the first psychic was a liar and is a child molester or something. And then,
Or you catch him in the act, child molester.
The other psychic is actually a real estate agent, so she's trying to get you guys out of your house so that she can then be the agent.
I think that's a good scam. If I was a real estate agent, we're like, and I want to drive the price down.
Oh my god! All
fortune
fortune tellers, real estate agents.
Yeah,
probably.
Your house is haunted, and the interest rates are very low right now on fixed rates. So you should take my card and buy an amethyst crystal.
It's like one side says fortune teller, the other side says Sotheby's.
Also, how bad of a real estate agent do you have to be to have a side job as a fucking fortune teller?
Yeah.
It's the only way I could say.
He should just come over, the fake one, and just be like, oh, there's spirit. Wait, no, never mind.
Dude, I think that's gonna be my side hustle, man. I'm gonna be a psychic real estate guy. Because here's the
go
thing.
around lying to people.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're already doing that as a real estate agent anyway. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
That was my first fucking gig. Was
It's
in
a
New York.
cozy neighborhood.
Man. Like real estate agents are just underneath psychics in terms of like telling the fucking truth, right? Like they're right up there in terms of shadiness. So most people are not dumb enough to believe that you should sell your house and buy a new one because there's ghosts in it. However,
And also, it's kind of
the people
addicting to do to the people buying it. You just
Right.
do you tell them about it?
I mean, the people that are buying the house.
If someone told me about a ghost in my house, like, obviously I don't believe it, because I'm, again, grown up.
Sure.
But I'm like, oh my god, no, you have to try to hide this. Price has to go away then.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll live with the ghost.
Yeah, dude, I was just using to haggle.
Not
I was just using to
overpriced
haggle.
housing.
They would show up the next day. I would be like, listen, I'm going to bring my wife back here. We're just going to check it out in a couple days. I would break into there at night and just pour fucking lamb's blood all over the place. I'm like, you see? This ghost is fucking awful. I mean, I want an extra $10,000 off of this thing. Look how ghosty it is. There's pentagrams and swastikas and lamb's blood
That'd
all
be
over
like
this
a-
fucking place are
that would-
anti-Semites, these goes.
That would be a fun negotiation. Like, the best we could do is $500,000. It's like, come on, there's spirits in here.
Yeah.
Man, there's evil spirits. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Unless you plan on selling this to a fucking metal band. You are not going to sell it here with all these pentagrams and swastikas and blood all over the place. And that's an ISIS flag in blood. How the fuck do you even do that? How do you even do that?
Yeah.
Man, not a good. Both women, no good.
No good. Yeah.
Let's get a
So-
dumb guy in.
So so my final advice for this man is look, you just need to double down. And I'm gonna go. My final advice is gonna be your advice. Go to a second fortune teller that's more renowned. Get her to say that this is all bullshit, and then again maybe look around. Maybe time to trade in the wife, not the house.
Yes, 100%. You need an ace on the hole.
Is this too extreme?
We're all about the
a
holes and the
solution?
aces here.
Is this too an extreme a solution? What if he kidnapped one of the children, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm listening.
Brought the picture
I like
of
this.
the kidnapped child to the psychic, like, is my child dead or alive? And she's like, oh, because they'll
Yeah.
say dead to get more money so you can talk. And like, oh, dead. And then like 2 days later, like, no, my child's alive. Look, here
Yeah.
it is. I kidnapped
Then the
it.
child actually does die? That'd be crazy.
That'd be awkward.
here's-
That'd be very awkward.
Here's why I think that's too extreme of a solution. It's because you're gonna spend so much money in babysitting, like for that time.
And
She's pretty-
Okay, never mind. It makes sense.
Oh, boy.
But no, I mean, it's just walking into the psychic with your wife. Here's how I prove them wrong every time. Like, oh, really? It's ghosts, huh? Listen, you're a psychic, yes? I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1 billion. Go. If she fucking hits it, boom. And I've told my wife, if I ever die, if she even asked me once, only early in our relationship, she would never say this to me again because of my general demeanor when she said this to me. She was like, well, if you died, wouldn't you want me to try to talk to your spirit?
No.
And I was like, well, no. For one thing, I'm going to be in another realm having sex with a nanny. So that's what I'm doing. As soon as it's till death do us part.
Yeah.
What kind of shit? There was no fine print on this. But
Okay.
I also said, listen, we're going to have a safe word. We're going to have a psychic safe word. That safe word is wizard cocks. Okay? If that fucking psychic sits down and does their bullshit, I'm seeing a dude who he liked to wear pants. He was somewhere in between 5'4" and 6'7". He was somewhere in that time. Did he? I'm thinking of like a just on a Jake or John or a George or a Jim or like no, fuck that. If she does not lead with wizard cocks, you ain't talking to me.
I also, here's the other thing about the idea of coming back and speaking to your loved ones. It's like, let's say you just died and that you are a spirit and you just died. There are like billions of like super fucking cool other ghosts that you can go talk to and meet and like, just chit chat about stuff. And you're gonna go back and talk to your boring ass old husband that like
just if you're a spirit.
I'm busy. I want to go talk to
Also,
Genghis
just go
Khan.
back
Shut up.
honestly, you go spy on celebrities. That's way more.
Yeah, just go
That's
back.
the move.
Just
That's
go
the
back
move.
to your spouse when you die and be like, "Hey, babe, all the old shit is just I'm dead." But the same shit. It's
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some comments. Let's see.
Yeah.
I was messing around with the comments, so it's hard for me to read them right now. But let's see. Ghosts are real. That's Amy on YouTube. Joel on YouTube says ghosts are weightless. I'm counting on that in the afterlife.
I can't trust a YouTube commenter. I mean,
That's- Yeah, where's the? God damn it! There's more comments. Why can't I scroll down right on this thing? All right, let's see. Ghosts are real. I'm counting. There's more. I'll read them in a bit. Let's
Do you
first
just have
one.
to expand that window? Sorry.
I think so. Yeah. But the windows don't expand well on this thing, so I'm gonna grab it from down here. Where's the?
That's what
Where's
Simpson
this
said.
guy?
What?
Yeah. He's reaching way down low. Giant dog, eh?
James, I think he's looking at you being like, I'm going to eat you.
He's totally wanting to eat someone.
Damn it! Did we get the comments? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh,
Huber's on YouTube says, since most ghosts died over 100 years ago, it's sadly the case that many of them are anti-Semites.
Yeah.
100% ghosts are dicks. That's why
Yeah.
for sure.
I think we should get rid of ghosts, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so if most ghosts died over 100 years ago, what about like the person who died yesterday, not a ghost?
Maybe they're still in like the waiting room.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
that's a
In the
boring
movies, it's always a ghost from the 1800s. It's never like, 3B. That's actually a dude named Cliff. He died in like 2005 of colon cancer.
And
You know what I mean?
it's always like an old lady or a child. It's never like a middle-aged just man.
Yeah.
It's a guy named Randy.
Randy liked to read.
It's Randy the Ghost, man. Type 2 diabetes on a dark and stormy night. You can say
All he does is just change the thermostat back.
Yeah, he messes with the thermostat. You can sometimes hear him go, eat some kale. It's better for your digestive system. Too many carbs.
And then, yes, mention the neighborhood's changing also.
The neighborhood is changing.
We didn't used to have a Burger King.
In my day, there wasn't this many,
Cancel culture is out of control.
They're like, our ghost racist.
You should feel bad for gentrifying.
When I was alive, we stood for the national anthem. And they're always murdering people, too. It's never like the pervert ghost. It's always like a murdering ghost. It's never like a lady's changing a Victoria's Secret. Oh, hey, what's up? You see me? I did the thing where I peered out of your shoulder out of nowhere. You come to Victoria's Secret often? Sorry.
The movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's such a good movie. Yeah.
That's a shit. But yeah, that was a ghost who wasn't pervy or murdery. He was just into his wife. And, you know what I mean?
It's terrible.
Do you think that's what Patrick Swayze's doing now?
Yeah. Dude, it's not his wife. He's behind he's making pottery with his grandkids' nanny. You know what I mean? He's making little pots of, oh, my darling, my granddaughter's 24-year-old nanny.
No one puts my baby nanny in the corner.
My granddaughter's nanny is the reason cavemen used to chisel on walls. I had to come back to this life form.
Boom.
Perfect. Well, I think we answered that question.
All right, next question on the Love Gurus podcast, people. Right now,
What are they, 3 questions?
Hubris on YouTube says, my comment was too big for Jake's window. Yes! It was a dog's dick-sized comment. Absolutely, man.
Yes.
It was a massive one.
So yeah, this will probably be the last question since based on the rate we're going.
Yeah.
So last question.
Last question on Love Gurus podcast. If you guys have any questions to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com or put them live in the chat on YouTube every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to take one more from the wild animals on Reddit, and I'm going to go grab more wine.
Last question. My dad was acting like a creep to my girlfriend, and my mom keeps defending him. I'm 21, and my girlfriend and I have been together for over a year. We moved in together and are very serious, and last Saturday we went over to my parents. On Sunday, my girlfriend tells me that she has something to show me. When I was gone with my mom to the store, my girlfriend showed me a video of my dad during that time telling her that she's really beautiful and saying all of this super gross stuff that he would do to her if he wasn't married.
Oh, jeez.
Or if she wasn't dating his son.
Fucking.
It made me really mad, and my girlfriend in the video sounded really nervous, and she told him that they wouldn't do any of that even if he wasn't married. And the video is like 5 minutes long. I told my mom about it because I didn't know if I could talk to my dad without wanting to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked by how she's being. She says that my dad doesn't remember because he was obviously drunk. Not only that, all week my mom has been calling me to say that my dad is hurt by this and that they didn't think I'd be so willing to drop
Be more sensitive.
This one's actually more of a quandary than the other two.
Additionally, yesterday, my girlfriend and I found out that we're pregnant.
They're both pregnant? Wow.
We're super excited and nervous, but obviously now my girlfriend is going to be around for the long haul. Once my parents heard about the baby, my dad is now saying that he is going to work on himself, when before there wasn't a baby in the picture, he was sticking to this lie that he didn't remember what he did at all and that he was too drunk. Now he's admitting what he did, fully sober.
I like how his response to her being pregnant is, I'm in it for the long haul.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That child might have a cool girlfriend that I can hit on.
Or a hot nanny.
Yeah.
I want my
Either way, I'm hitting on it.
I want my parents to be a part of my kid's life, but how do I go about this situation? How do I make sure that my dad a male that's a creep. Yeah. So to give a quick recap. So again, I mean, but he doesn't say how old the girlfriend is, but I'm assuming also young. He says he's only 21. They found out that she's pregnant, and the dad, when he's drunk or maybe not, unclear, basically hits on the girlfriend while they're alone with each other, and now that he knows he's pregnant, he's like, oh, I'm gonna work on himself. It's like either the dad has like a severe drinking problem, or I just don't think that this is something that is gonna go away with the snap of a finger. I think that maybe he thought, well, my son's 21.
I have a massive problem with this. The dad has a severe drinking problem.
Yeah.
I have a severe drinking problem.
Right.
But I don't fucking hit on fucking 21-year-olds or...
Yeah.
I was like, don't blame drinking for this. Drinking is a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah. It's
your own shitty personality.
Yeah, it's motherfuckers like you in the 1920s going, oh, I'm not a creeper, see? I just tried to fuck my son's girlfriend because of the devil's liquor. That's why Prohibition happened.
Yeah.
All right?
That was actually
what are you doing?
That was the first cut on Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial, but
It would be a great.
They didn't want the Colonel to sound too rapey.
It would be
Chicken's so good, it made me fuck my son's girlfriend.
I think I had this little bow tie on my...
It would be a great bonding moment, though.
He walks in, and the cat's in the cradle.
We're getting older. This is something we could share together.
We're gonna be just like you, Dad.
We're not only father and son, we're Eskimo brothers.
But
Some women can't find any man. This woman found 2.
Yeah. She's hogging them.
Yeah.
But the other
Haagen-Dazs.
The saltiest of the ice creams out there.
But the other aspect of this, thanks. The other aspect of this is that the mom chimes in and is like, honey, you're being too hard on your father. He was just a little
He's just worried because our
tipsy."
house is haunted.
Yeah, our house is haunted, and so sometimes he drinks a little too much because the ghost is around. It's like, to me, it is a big problem that the mom is again apologizing for her husband's behavior. Again, I'm sure this isn't the first time she's had to do it. She's probably had to do this after all the work Christmas parties.
Oh yeah, if she's defending him for this, she's defending him for a whole rap sheet of things.
Yeah,
it almost sounds like she's used to it.
Yeah, I'll bet, dude. She was doing like stock lines on a fat heckler. You know what I mean? Like, she was just like, your father's drunk. He's really a decent man. He took a lot of fucking shrapnel and numb. Like whatever the fuck she says. She just spit that out without even hearing what he was saying. She was like, fuck this speech. Hang on, let me get some coffee.
Can she hook up with the person in can she hook up with the guy in the previous post and do a whole I'll murder your husband if you murder my wife type thing?
Which one?
I think there's a wall.
The first question.
Yeah. It's like a remake of an old Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's going to be 2 strangers at Walmart.
Yeah.
And they just get each other to murder each other's shitty spouses.
Yeah. But, and again, the fact that they're like, oh, we're 21 and so excited to have a baby. It's like,
this probably takes place in a fucking terrible place.
This has...
I hope it's in Chelsea.
Yeah.
I hope everybody else is fucking loaded and all posh and shit around.
It takes place in Alabama or Long Island.
This has Midwest written all over it, in my opinion.
It's probably a Trump.
Yeah.
But
No, dude. I hope this is Kamala Harris writing this. No, it's a dude writing it.
It could be Sarah Palin. Didn't her daughter have a daughter at 21?
It could be Hunter Biden's son. Jesus, that's very. This could very well be Hunter Biden's son.
So many options.
Yeah. But again, so it's there's several issues. One is that now this relationship is obviously not going well. The dad saying that he's gonna work on himself, quote unquote. The fact that the mom is apologizing for it. I
that
think
is a great response. I'm gonna work on myself.
Yeah.
Sounds sincere.
But I think that they should if they're being serious about it, they should say, okay, well, until we see you not being a drunk creep and you not being some sort of enabling asshole. You don't get to be a part of this kid's life until we see you guys actually making steps. Because that is really fucking creepy. Honestly, I think if the girlfriend weren't pregnant, she probably would have broke up. I would break up with someone if their dad hit on me like that. 100%.
God. Oh my
Dude,
God.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things to where it's like, there's no working on yourself after that. It's done, man. You gotta go find a new family and everything.
Yeah.
It's so insane. I mean, how do you come back from that? It's hey, you see this poker chip? It's been 180 days since I tried to fuck my son's girlfriend. You see that? Huh? Jesus did this. Jesus did this.
Yeah.
And I was healed by the light of the Lord. I tried to fuck my son's girlfriend in 180 days.
But yeah, and then again, like the fact that the mother is apologizing for, I mean, she is married to this guy and is just totally fine with it. They finally just finished the basement, after years of it being an unfinished basement. She's got her lazy boy down there, and she's like, I don't care if Carl hits on the 21-year-old. I've got my lazy boy.
The 21-year-old fucking my son.
Yeah. I've been rewatching The Sopranos. I'm either picturing somebody really broke or Tony Soprano's wife. It's like, your father's got problems, all right? We all got problems. He's working on himself. He's seeing a therapist. It's a woman therapist? I'll fucking kill him.
Great, both of you. Great impressions of a woman. Really good.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
what they sound like. Yeah.
Because I also feel like this dad would be the kind of person to be like, I'm working on himself, and the therapist is actually a massage therapist. Catch my drift, right?
A misogynist massage therapist?
Yeah!
Dude, it makes the guy in the first question who fucked his 24-year-old nanny
seem like the most normal.
Yes,
Yeah.
he looks like Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
He looks like just a total boring family man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I fucked a 24-year-old who was watching my kid. She's not fucking my kid. I'm not an animal.
Because that must be like the weirdest thing. That must be a thing for him.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
also,
dominate my sons.
again, so keep in mind that he was so obvious about it that she has a video of him doing it. I mean, so if I were the dad, I would be fucking shitting myself. Because
Yeah, no
take
point is
one
he like, hey,
second-
why are you recording me?
Yeah.
So
This is
maybe
gonna be
that
good.
does maybe that does lend to the fact that he was strong, so didn't notice that she was taking a video of him, but whatever. But again, like if there's video evidence of this and he's saying that, I think that if he wants to be involved in the baby's life, he has to watch that every day when he wakes up. Almost like 50 First Dates. Like, she wakes up and forgets, like, her life before. He wakes up and forgets that he's a pervert and has to watch
that
this
would be an
video.
awesome
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. I mean, that's the only way to... I'm working on myself. I'm trying to drink less. Like you said, booze doesn't cause this. It doesn't. This is 1 part booze, 9 parts deep character flaws. Way past any kind of booze, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, don't blame alcohol for all your problems.
Yes.
So some of us drink
You know
a lot
what?
and just sing ABBA songs. What the fuck?
Waterloo, Waterloo, I wanna fuck my son. Go, no, I'm working on myself. It's been 180 days. I got this poker chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, on behalf of Simone Sauvignon Blanc, this liquid doesn't make you try to fuck your kids' better halves. You know what I mean?
By the way, that dick is laying on you right now.
No, it's not.
Is it heavy?
It's, dude, the whole left side of my leg is dead. You know what I mean? It's 10-pound dog, 11-pound dick. It's wild.
Yeah.
So again, what should he do in this, like clear advice? What does he do in this situation, knowing there's a kid on the way, his dad is a pervert, his mom is apologetic?
Don't ask him to babysit. That's one.
Yeah. Oh God, gross.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
It is a tough thing because you can't like.
It's like
leave
a...
your
Wait,
parents.
what would you ask him to babysit with the hot babysitter, and then he's definitely not going to go out?
Yeah,
and
that would be
Yeah.
an optimal choice.
And then run away for a far away run.
Yeah.
It's like a really, really dark 2021 version of Uncle Buck. It's Uncle Fuck.
Uncle Fuck.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Tina. Instead of being here to scare away your boyfriend, I am your new boyfriend.
Yeah. I don't want to leave my kids with my brother, but I'm the only one who can keep that nuclear weapon from detonating in downtown Manhattan. This is literally the only thing that would make me leave my kids with this man.
Played by John Candy, the ghost. the afterlife wasn't good to him.
It is funny. I do love the movie Uncle Buck, but the premise of it is fucked.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah,
What's
it's
it
just
about?
it's You haven't seen it?
No.
It's just
That's
so
good.
it's a family that the grandpa has a heart attack, and so the parents leave, and instead of bringing the children with them, they call in the estranged uncle who the kids don't even know, have never met, and are like, "Hey, we know that you haven't met our children. One of them is like 16. Will you just come and stay with them for weeks?" And he's just like, "Yeah, sure." And it's totally lovable and adorable because it's John Candy.
Yeah. It's
But
one
not
of those.
John Candy the ghost.
And
Send
there's-
you away.
There's very few questions out of the kids. How come I'm like double digits in age and I've never met this man who lives 20 fucking stops away on I-8?
Yeah,
Like, this is
lives in
crazy.
Chicago.
What
Lives in
happened? Like,
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in the city, we live in the suburbs. You very intentionally never introduced me to this man. Did he murder people? Did he try to sleep with a family
whole
member
story's
significant?
weird.
What did he do? It has to be
Jamaican
bad.
bobsled team. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Right.
But they are great sprinters.
They can run like the wind.
Yeah. I've never
Just-
seen anyone so fast.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, do you guys think that there's hope in this relationship, or do you
No.
guys
I don't
think
think there's
that
hope
they
in
should
any
just cut?
relationship.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Nothing lasts.
No.
That's what I'm gonna say. I've really learned doing this podcast is that nothing lasts.
I know
Yeah.
nothing lasts, but that should end quickly. Something
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I always thought that Freud was a psychopath when he said that everyone wants to kill their father. I think this guy should totally Sigmund
Yeah.
Freud his father. I think he's
Yeah.
a fucking cop.
Yeah.
Dead.
And
Yeah,
this
maybe
is-
the dad should just be exiled for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I feel like it's one of those things like, look, if you commit a crime, legally we have to prosecute you, right? But then there's like, you have a trial, and then there's different sentences based on what happened. Like, okay, murder is wrong, okay? Like, this is not a pro-murder podcast. I don't want to give that fucking vibe,
We're
okay?
not pro-murder.
What I'm saying is that if I am a judge and someone comes before me and I'm like, you murdered your own father? Why you're a sick fuck? And then the defense is like, hang on, get him on the stand, let him talk. You know what I mean? Let him, hey Billy, why'd you murder your father? And he was like, he tried to fuck my girlfriend. I had it on camera. And I'd be like, okay. Normally, murder, life in prison. For you, I'm not letting you off scot-free, but $50 fine, right? $50 fine.
But I will give you this $25 voucher to Denny's to
Yes.
offset the fine.
Uh-huh.
For breakfast.
I mean, just something on the way to the bank. You know what I mean? You can stop, have a nice meal, you know?
Your girlfriend's pretty ugly, so clearly he just has a
Right.
problem.
Yeah, it's not even like temptation was over. I was like, she's like even for our flyover
Yeah.
state, she's
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this was just something inside this man. He's deeply
And
disturbed.
plus, you know what's gonna happen is that as she gets more and more pregnant, her belly grows. Like the dad's gonna be like, "Can I touch your belly?"
Yeah.
It's gonna get
He'll
weird.
definitely say it in a weird way. Like, can I
Yeah.
finger your belly?
And he's like gonna crouch down with like both of his hands out like this. Like,
This guy's creepy dad jokes are way over the top. You know what I mean? Like it's not even funny.
and he's gonna be like holding the baby and saying things like,
Yeah.
"You have such a beautiful mother," and even
Yeah.
the baby's gonna be like,
Yeah.
Cringe.
He's kicking if that's his
Yeah.
foot anyway.
That would be the baby's first word.
I'll bet this
Cringe.
fetus's dick is even bigger than the chihuahuas. Yeah.
Oh, man.
yeah. So that's my final advice: is the dad's out. The dad's
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that has
until
to go.
he makes
yeah.
until he genuinely makes some progress, and he can't just give this lip service. I'm working on myself. Dad's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
or
guys
he can just grow up and hit on high school girls. Like, why does he have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You know my favorite thing about my son's girlfriends. I get older and they stay the same age. Oh yeah, this guy's rough, man. I mean, I don't know. Other than killing your father, I don't know what you do. I don't shoot it. That's I guess you gotta kill him, man. I
What
think
if
the courts are gonna let you off.
What if you like just cut off all his toes so he can't walk?
Cut off
Oh,
his
you
toes.
can still walk without toes.
You
You
know,
just
really?
can't. You just don't have as good a balance.
Yeah, so you can tip him over.
Plus, he's used to
Oh.
drinking. He did this because he was drunk. We know this man will stumble up to his son's girlfriend and say some inappropriate shit. He's got no problem with that.
Oh, I know. They should get him a shot collar, and everyone.
shot collar?
Yeah, like a shot collar duck, and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
has
yeah.
a remote. And
Uh-huh.
so when he says something creepy, zzz, Like,
Yeah.
it was just buzzing.
I think that actually might be the perfect solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an awkward
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
that's
Yeah.
oh my god, that's fun for the family though.
Dude, this does sound like an episode of Black Mirror. That they fucking actually, they were like, look, we led with the guy fucking the pig, right? So like, we can't have too many like weird incesty plots. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
we can't do this. It's fine. It's a fun show, but we can't do that.
You know, the thing about that scene is the fact that they got the pig to stand still with, like, a bowl of food. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that how much pigs really like to eat? Like, they'll get fucked in the ass, like, for just, like,
The pig's like,
corn.
oh, I hate getting fucked by stuff that ain't other pigs, but that's real bacon.
The pig is just like, yeah, cool, at least I've got some food, so whatever's going on back there, okay.
This is an ass's half full kind of problem.
They probably consulted with David Cameron before the whole thing, so you know. It's...
Oh my god, totally.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of look like it too.
I mean, I don't like to judge, but pigs are fucking disgusting. You let a guy stage fuck you for a bowl of chili? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Have some class.
Goddamn. Yeah. Man, you get a filet mignon, something.
You think Babe would have done that? No way.
Yeah, Babe had way more class.
That pig in Charlotte's Web would have been disgusting. I'd have gone into children's book and killed it myself when I was in grade school.
Salutations! That's my asshole! Well, perfect. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we answered all of the questions with amazing advice.
Absolutely. This has been a great episode. Thank you to all of the listeners. Thank you to the guests. Thank you to James, man.
Yeah!
Thank you, Aiden Kelly, man. Thank you guys for being here. James Pontillo, Adrian Kelly, thank you guys for being here. Look them up on social media. Tell them where they can find you.
It's at Pontillo James on Instagram.
Man.
Aiden Kelly _00 on Instagram. You're never gonna find me.
No, do it, people. Find him. See him live. And thank you to everybody in the chats. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Hubers. Thank you to John F. Thank you to Amy. Thank you to Other Jake. Thank you to anyone I didn't mention. Until next week, find us every single Thursday live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Check us out live. Did I miss any
Comments?
Hubers on YouTube says, we're not a pro-murder podcast. It's exactly what a pro-murder podcast is. Hashtag we see you. No, that's fair. That's fair.
That's not true.
I've absolutely suggested that the 2 of the 3 questions we took should kill the person. So, I mean, I guess, man, if this ain't a pro-murder podcast, what the fuck is, right?
True crime before the crime is committed.
This ain't true crime, this is pro-crime.
Well, you had some pro-murder guests on. I'm okay with it.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.